Check, check. All right, it's actually working. Okay, let me get the chats up here. We're not live on Facebook? We're not live on Facebook? Why is Facebook giving me troubles recently? We are live on YouTube. Okay, we are live on YouTube. Facebook. Come on, Facebook. Why are we not live on Facebook? We are live on Facebook. There we go. Let me get the chats open and maximize them a little bit. Oh, that's so much better. Okay. Welcome, one and all, to Scotch and Smoke Rings episode 647. So glad to have you on the program today. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling excited. I am ready to continue with Apsulov, End of the Gods, which we started last week. It was really quite a broadcast. We only got about an hour or so. No, it was a couple hours of gameplay in. But man, it was intriguing and captivating. It reminded me of Alien Isolation a little bit. Alien Isolation is better. I mean, it's hard to beat Alien Isolation, but some of the stealth mechanics did remind me of Alien Isolation a little bit, so I was enjoying that. Anyway, I can't wait to dive in and learn more about this sci-fi Norse god game that we were playing. But first, we've got, a bit of a Q&A. If you're new to the program, the way Scotch and Smoke Rings works is we have a bit of a hour-long Q&A before the game starts. So if you're just here for the game and you're watching the video on demand later, just skip ahead about an hour and you'll be able to watch the gameplay. But for the rest of us, it's time for the show. Good to see everyone on Facebook today. Toby Noble, Matthew Ryan with the first donation of stars for the night. Hello, Ox, he says. He's been on fire for 60 weeks. That's awesome, Matthew. Hello, good to see you. Roman and Jake Benz with a donation of stars says, testing 1, 2. Come in, Ox, testing 1, 2. He's been on fire for 16 weeks. Thank you, Jake Benz. And, of course, Jessica McDonald. So good to see you, Jessica, on Scotch and Smoke Rings tonight. Then, of course, we can't forget all of the regulars and the members and the Patreon supporters on YouTube today. No Name with a gold derby, A-Dress, Julian Z with a gold derby, Rachel with a gold derby, Automatic Beats with a gold derby, Cliff Sains, Lucky Babcack with a gold derby, John DeGiambaradino, Craig Euler, Edward J, Wayne Azing, Barry LeCount with a gold derby, Matt Siski, Alt Grendel with a gold derby, Chininator with a gold derby, Kunk, Rebel She-Wolf, Ian Chamberlain, Jocelyn Ryan, Jesse DeRoe, Quintius with the gold derby, Deuteronomus with the gold derby. Good to see so many familiar faces. And No Name in the chat today says, my wife asked me to go get 6 cans of Sprite from the grocery store. I realized when I got home that I had picked 7 up. And that's the first dad joke of the night. Thank you so much, No Name. Ian Chamberlain says 13 months, loving the content and community. He's a Bronze Ox and has been a member for 14 months on my end. It says 14 months for me, but cool. Thank you so much. Ian Chamberlain, Daddy of One, with a super chat on YouTube says, hey, Oxhorn, I have a suggestion for episode 666. You should wear a kilt. Should I wear a kilt? Maybe I should wear a kilt. I don't own a kilt. I'd have to get one made for me or something like that. But I'm willing to think about it. Thinking. Yeah, willing to think about it. And on Facebook, Matthew Ryan with a donation of stars says, I've been on fire that long. No wonder why I keep hearing the guy from Mortal Kombat saying, Toasty. My wife's been on fire longer, though. Lol. Yes, she has. You're both on fire, as far as I'm concerned. Equally on fire. Mark from Sales, a Gold Ox and member for 11 months, says, I ordered one of your books, Cloron Hastings, but I have to wait until I get done with this anti-gravity book. I can't put it down. Well, that's exciting, Mark from Sales. I'm glad you bought my novel, even if it is competing with an anti-gravity book. I hope you enjoy my novel. I wrote it a long time ago, and it's been a while since I've seen it. I can't wait to hear what you think about it. Julian Z says, good evening, Ox. So good to see you on this Scotch and Smoke Rings. Can't wait for more spooky Norse mythology. Hope you're well. Can't wait for the next lore video. Thank you, Julian Z. Working on it. Working hard on it. I'm done with the audio editing, and I am working on the video editing now, which means I should get it done in time. Jesse DeRose says, what's the internal body temperature of a tauntaun? Lukewarm. I barely got that out, Jesse. How have I never heard that one before? That was great. And it's so apparent. Like, what is the internal body temperature of a tauntaun? Lukewarm. Oh, that was great. I love it. More like that, guys. That was wonderful. It's always the simple ones that get me. Sharami Russell became a Silver Ox. Thank you, Sharami. No Name says, I've been thinking about taking up medication. Or, I'm sorry. I've been thinking about taking up meditation. I figure it's better than sitting around doing nothing. Well, at least then you would be productive, especially if you're already accustomed to sitting around doing nothing. Jocelyn Ryan says 90 weeks on fire on Facebook and 3 months away from my gold derby on YouTube. Time flies when you're having fun. I know it. It sure does feel like it's going on really quickly. Thank you so much, Jocelyn. Jake Benz says, I'm on fire. Put it out, lol. And then he sniffs. Does anyone smell burnt ham? Well, he's been on fire for 16 weeks. Yes, he has. Thank you for that, Jake Benz. And then Matthew Ryan says, this couple is on fire. This couple's on fire. Is that how the song goes? This couple's on fire. Matthew Ryan says, smoke detectors kept beeping. Thought it was my ex's cooking. Ooh. Burn. Daniel Radley with a donation of stars on Facebook says, afternoon, Oxhorn, and all. Hope we're doing well and glad to catch the stream before work. Thank you, Daniel. Glad you made it before work today. And I hope you enjoy the broadcast. MG with a super chat says, I bought some shoes from a drug dealer. Not sure what they were laced with, but I've been tripping all day. Also, would Canadian power armor make sense? No. No, it wouldn't make sense. I mean, Canada had been annexed by the United States in the Fallout universe, so it was essentially part of the U.S. It wouldn't make sense to have a Canada-only suit of power armor. You might as well just have a USA-themed power armor, which is what the T-51 is supposed to be. All right, today I'm drinking the Caribbean Reserve Glenlivet Scotch. Pretty good. Jocelyn Ryan with a super chat. Where's my phone? Jocelyn Ryan with a super chat says, Jake Benz, I don't smell burnt ham, but perhaps toasty sissy pig? Oh, are you going to ruin toasty for me by putting it in with Sisty Pig? I don't know about that. Daniel Radley, with a donation of stars on Facebook and 15 weeks on fire, says, afternoon, Ox and all. Hope we're doing well and glad to catch the stream before work. Wait, didn't I just read that one? I think I did just read that one. Deuteronomus says U.S. power armor in Canada would make sense. Yeah, using the T-51 suit of power armor in Canada to pacify it while you annex it would make sense. But having a Canadian-themed suit of power armor wouldn't make sense. Classy Demon Gaming says, woke up from a nap, haven't been feeling good, and get to watch an Ox stream, making me feel just a bit better. Thanks, Ox. You're welcome. Classy Demon Gaming. I also have been, I don't know what it is, but I've been getting cold after cold after cold, and it just doesn't seem to go away. So I've got a little bit of drippage in my nostrils, but I should be through the woods soon. No Name says, I've been bored recently, so I decided to take up fencing. The neighbors keep demanding that I put it back. Yes, well, if you take up too much fencing, you might make enemies of your neighbors. Jocelyn Bryant says the daughter sends her contribution. 3 conspiracy theorists walk into a bar. You can't tell me that's a coincidence. It's got to have a deeper meaning there. Most Deaf on YouTube says, hello, Ox. Hope you're well. Ilford Assassin's Creed, there is one mission on Kefalonia that ends the entire game. Would be a shame for you to move on and not do it to finish the game off. For the fans, cheer, Ox. Have a good one. Really? There's a quest on Kefalonia that ends the game? All right, I'll have to look that up. Thank you for that one, Most Deaf. Julian Z says, Ox, just a heads up, 2 weeks of Meat Week is starting next Tuesday. If you wanted to do a few rounds here and there while capturing footage to try and get the plan for the pepper shaker, a Gatling shotgun. Yeah, I didn't realize that they added a Gatling shotgun to Meat Week, so I'll be there. I'll be there for that, that's for sure. Julian Z says, then you could name it Peppa Snuff. Yes, because that's what we need. More Sherlock Holmes in Fallout 76. Sure, get the Peppa Snuff. Adrian Parker says, hey, Oxhorn, hope your day went well. What are you smoking/drinking this fine evening? Love watching God of War and won't miss tomorrow as I have the day off. That's great. Can't wait to play God of War with you. I told you I'm drinking the Caribbean Reserve Glenlivet today. And then I've got my rum and Coke. I'm finishing off a topper cigar that I started smoking while doing editing earlier in the day. And then as a backup, I've got a brick house. No Name says, what did one furniture maker say to another during a tense discussion? Let's table this. Furniture maker. Let's table this. So good. Thank you for that one. Toby Noble says on Facebook, I don't think Canada would have been that easy to annex. Nowadays, sure. Ouch. But back in the day, especially after the wars and in the 50s, even in alternate universe, Canada was a force to reckon with. Not today, though? You're saying? Wow. Any Canadians in the chat want to argue with Toby about his assessment of Canada today? I mean, Canada just donated a bunch of artillery equipment to Ukraine, I think. I mean, they've got stuff. You know, they're more than just America's hat. Rachel says, my wife thinks it's weird that I stare at the window during heavy rainstorms. It would be a lot less weird if she just let me in. Nice. I mean, if your wife locks you out, that's a bit of a bummer. So I can understand why you'd be upset. No Name says, a toasty cysty pig with an Oxhorn body pillow wearing ox tassels and a kilt. How about no? If you're describing the next plush available in my shop, that is not it. Not happening. Jake Ben says, what do you call a pepper who graduated med school? Really? Really? You're making a Dr. Pepper joke? A pepper that graduates med school is called Dr. Pepper? Thank you, Jake. I guess we needed that one. We haven't had that one yet. We needed a good Dr. Pepper joke. He's a pepper who graduated from med school. Thank you for that one. Ooh, Kanik in the chat is sharing some very angry emojis. Ooh, he's upset at Toby. Shots fired, Toby, he says. Toby, you're gonna... He says, Toby on Facebook says, I'm born and raised Canadian, lol. Oh, okay. So that's coming from a Canadian? All right. Well, Toby and Kanik, I'll let you two fight that one out. Cloud Biggs says, still in the top 10 most powerful nations? Probably. Probably, yeah. I would imagine. Chicken Biscuit says, Ox, any plans for a USA flag in the background as well? It would look great over those blinds. Love ya. Thanks. I have the NCR flag hanging there. I probably should get a pre-war America flag. I don't have one. I could probably find one, like on Etsy or something. That's a good idea, actually. I found a flagpole. I haven't got it yet, but I found a flagpole that's an exact match for the one that Ulysses uses as a weapon in Lonesome Road, which was actually easy to find because the flagpole he uses just looks like a regular flagpole. But I was so tempted to get it, I just didn't have anything to hang on it. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should get the old world flag and hang it from Ulysses' flagpole and just sort of tuck it in the corner over there. That'd be a good prop, right? Oxhorn says, El Rondorio, did you get the news about the Pridwin diecast model available soon from Eagle Moss? No, I didn't. But, I've got this. Well, it's not easily reachable. But I do have a model of the Pridwin. It's not diecast, though. Maybe I should get one. Jake Benz on Facebook with a donation of stars says, I said to the gym instructor, can you teach me to do the splits? He said, how flexible are you? I said, I can't make it Tuesdays. You got to be flexible around the gym instructor. Matthew Ryan on Facebook with a donation of stars says, from what I understand, I do not know from experience, but at least the Canadians would be polite. It's really interesting to think about the Canadians being annexed by America. I wonder how polite they were during that process. Like, were they really polite to the America's troops when they came through and said, hey, we own Canada now? I don't know. Food for thought. Julian Z says, can you also get an Enclave flag too? I've got an Enclave pin on my wall over there. Just a tiny little, like a hat pin. And it's lore friendly because they do have those hat pins in the game. I think I remember seeing one on an Enclave officer uniform in Fallout 3. But that's all I have. Maybe the problem is that I could start collecting flags for all of the different factions in the Fallout universe. And by the time I'm done, I've got a dozen or more flags and nowhere to put them. TJ says, 2 different Pridwins, Ox? You've got a problem. If I got both of them, yes, I would have a problem. So maybe I won't go ahead and do the diecast one. Just keep the one I've got. No Name says, we don't need Canada. We have Alaska. What, in our universe? Right. No need to annex Canada. In our universe, we have Alaska. Mark from Sales says, have you seen the Fallout Miami mod? And thoughts? I haven't seen it. I have heard of it. And I've heard good things, but sadly I can't provide any thoughts of my own as I haven't actually played it or seen much about it myself. Toxic Sean says, hello Oxhorn. I'm going on a date with my wife. Going to a satellite city, Ballarat, 100 kilometers north of Melbourne. going for a walk in botanical gardens, lake, and dinner at a steakhouse. Have a great stream. Toxic Sean, I can't think of anything better to spend your evening doing than what you just described. Sounds like it's going to be great, and I hope you have a wonderful time. Rachel says, but do you have a perfectly preserved pie prop? I don't. Oh. It's like the one food item I don't have that I need. A perfectly preserved pie. Man, now that you say that, I'm going to have to go onto Etsy. See if I can find one. Toby on Facebook giving us some insight into Canadian culture, saying, lol, not so much. For example, if you're a Canadian in America, saying you're Canadian, the American will say something like, oh, I hear Canada is beautiful. But a Canadian will just say, America and Americans are cocky, and why would I ever go to America? Lol. Cocky? Yeah, with reason. We're Americans. Psh, cocky. Us? Psh, Toby. Jake Benz with a donation of stars on Facebook says, Doc, I can't stop singing The Green, Green Grass of Home. He said, that sounds like Tom Jones syndrome. Is it common? I asked. It's not unusual, he replied. It's not unusual. Shannon Bodine says, any planned PC upgrade soon? Intel 12th gen? I probably should, but I haven't. I haven't yet. It's one of the things I've been meaning to do, but one of the goals with my original build of my PC was to kind of make it future-proof. I wanted a PC that I could build once and then not have to upgrade very much at all later. So I've got, I started with an SLI setup with 2 video cards, but then I just went to a regular one, just a single one, and I've got more RAM than I could ever possibly need, so I think I'm good for a while. If I ever get to a point where I can't play the games that I want to, then I'll probably upgrade my computer. Ian Chamberlain says, if you could pick a location to visit in Fallout 1 or 2 for the new TV series, where would it be and why? Probably the Glow. I think the Glow is one of the more interesting locations that I'd love to see. Also Golgotha and New Reno. I want to see what New Reno looks like. Not in the game engine. That would be pretty cool. No Name says, what was said about the messy angry man who was eating a can of Pringles? He's got a chip on his shoulder. Thank you for that one. Ranker says the Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition finally comes out April 27th. If you play it, please also play the demo, as it's different from the rest of the game. I might have to. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I actually have been waiting for the remastered version to come out. Rachel says, you need to get one locked in a little claw machine that specifically you will never win. Yeah, I mean, I'm already tormenting myself in the Fallout universe by not being able to get a perfectly preserved pie. I think if I ever had a prop, I would want it outside of the machine. Fanboy AR became a bronze ox on YouTube. Thank you so much, Fanboy AR. Kyle Warfield on Facebook says, was playing Fallout 4 the other day when Hancock glitched out. The tail of his coat became enormous, like 4 times as big as him. It looked like tail feathers. I said to my wife, he must go by Peacock now. I've been meaning to send a clip on Twitter. Well, Kyle, that sounds like a fascinating little glitch that you've uncovered. I would love to see it. And Peacock is a fitting name for a guy who's struggling with that sort of wardrobe malfunction. All right, the topper is done. Moving on to the brick house. Ah, Caribbean Reserve. Good stuff. So I got an email from YouTube today, and they're working on gifting subscriptions. It's going to be a feature that they're testing out with certain YouTubers right now, and they wanted to offer me the opportunity. And I said, yes, that I would like that. It's not ready yet, but this time next week, I'm hoping that on my channel, there will be the option to gift memberships, subscriptions to other people in the chat, which I think will be a lot of fun. So if you ever wanted to be generous to other people in the chat, I'm thinking pretty soon you'll be able to in my stream. So good on YouTube for putting something like that together for us. Chicken Biscuit on YouTube says, Ox, what do you call a golden baby chicken? A chicken nugget. Touched by Midas, I suppose? A chicken nugget. Julian Z says also, Ox, don't forget you still need a 1-to-1 scale model of a GAC and a water chip. Also a Radiation King television. I mean, I had the Radiation King television, and but then it stopped working, so I wasn't able to do what I wanted to with it. But yeah, a scale model of the GAC. I need that. A water chip, I definitely need that. There's so many props that I don't have that I want. Wormy says they saved my tooth without a root canal. Yeah, no pain. Hey, glad they saved your tooth there, Wormy. Great news. Thanks for letting us know. And No Name says, but can we gift cysty pigs? No, we cannot gift cysty pigs, and it's not necessary to bring it up every time you come onto the broadcast. Robin on Facebook with a donation of stars says, hi all. Hey there, Robin. So good to see you. And Jessica McDonald on Facebook says, odd question. Once you're done with a key for a quest in 76, is the key gone out of your pack or do you always have it? I think in 76 you have a key ring. I could be wrong, but I thought, I could have sworn that there was a key ring in Fallout 76 where you can always go to check out the keys that you've collected throughout your gameplay. Jeremy Russell says, singing in the shower is fun until you get soap in your mouth. Then it becomes a soap opera. Oh, that's a good one. Thank you, Jeremy. MG on YouTube says, Ox, I spent 1 hour dropping and picking up the same stolen item to increase McCready's affinity. I love Fallout 4, but I think the affinity system is annoying, lol. Yeah, I mean, you're not supposed to grind affinity, right? I mean, obviously everybody does. But the way the system has worked is you're supposed to choose one companion that you really become close to, and you increase affinity with that companion over the course of the game. So McCready's affinity would go up if you became a thief character and stole things throughout your gameplay. That's how he was designed. Of course, you can fudge the system by just stealing the same thing over and over again, but, you know, that's not how it was designed to work. Rachel says also they make plant pots, same as the ones you can build in camp. You need it for your succulents. Also a Dinky the Dinosaur. Oh, I'd love a Dinky the Dinosaur. I'm just glad that I got my snow globes. I've got 3 of them. Let's see if I can point to them. Everything's backwards. How do I... There. There's 1 there. I've got 3 of the snow globes right there. But Gaming Heads hasn't come out with the other 3 yet, so I'm waiting for those. TJ says, one wishes you could just grind to make friends in real life. It depends on who you are. It depends on what kind of grinding you do. I'm sure there are plenty of people who have made great friends by grinding. Buddies. And more. No Name says, console commands. I know, I cheat. I mean, that's one of the things about Bethesda games. Always an option, those console commands. Nick Barnhouse says, a little late to the stream, lost track of time. Nevertheless, made it to this Scotch and Smoke Rings Thursday. Thank you for coming, Nick Barnhouse. Always good for you to show up whenever you're available. Craig Euler, with a tip for the chat, says, don't grind your friends, folks. Oh, yeah, you don't want to grind them, literally. I mean, you don't want to grind them like you would grind pepper. Grind on them? Depends on how close you are. General March says, do we know if anyone got out of Research Facility J? What's Research Facility J? Is that something I should know? Is that in Fallout? Research Facility J? Kyle Warfield on Facebook with a donation of stars says, I tweeted the Hancock clip to you. Thank you, Kyle. I don't have access to Twitter right now, but after the broadcast, I'll take a look at it. Wormy says, since I didn't need to spend $2,000 and happy no more pain, here is a joke. Why did the medieval bank teller get fired? He gave them no quarter. Medieval. All right. Sounds like he deserved it. Thank you for that one, Wormy. Carolina Nava says, Ox Tax, thanks for the quality entertainment. Thank you, Carolina Nava. Glad you made it to the program. And thank you for the Ox Tax. Ian Chamberlain says, I've made plenty of friends by grinding. I know there are plenty of places to go to grind and make friends. Just got to think creatively. Shannon Bodine says, it was great with your Fallout 4 content a few weeks ago. Any more coming? By the way, brother printer in frame. Yeah, I do have a brother printer, and it's in frame. Guess I should move it. Not urgently, though. But thank you, Shannon Bodine. I do have more Fallout 4 content coming. As for locations, I think I've covered them all. Really? I mean, I can't think of a single location I haven't covered yet. Oxhorn, it's where Sodus is in 76, says General March. Oh! Research Facility J. Oh, I see. I don't know. In fact, I would doubt anyone got out of Research Facility J alive. I know someone got out of the Enclave Research Facility where Sodus was alive. We found a note inside the facility saying somebody had left and was hoping his girlfriend would come too, but she never did. So we know someone in Appalachia during the events of Fallout 76 is former Enclave and survived. Just haven't met him yet. Matthew Ryan says, with a donation of stars, Ox, the thing that must not be talked about is staring at me. I was sure you got rid of it this time, but it appears I was wrong. Well, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, of course. We've gone over this every single week that it has been brought up, so I don't know where this is coming from. But honestly, if you're still imagining it at this point, I would speak to a therapist about it. There are plenty of qualified professionals all over the greater USA and the world where you could find someone to talk to about these apparitions that you keep seeing, apparently only on my broadcast. And once you're done, let me know how it goes. And if you've got any advice that you can share with other people who are imagining these same apparitions. John Merritt in the Facebook chat with a donation of stars. Thank you very much, John Merritt. I appreciate it. No Name says, I was grinding friends once. I ended up with a lawsuit and a restraining order. Needless to say, we are no longer friends. Yeah, it takes a special kind of friend, I think. Jersey says, friends with no benefits are no real friends. What? I don't know about you, but I mean, I don't have benefits with most of my friends, if not all of them. I mean, having platonic friends is okay. There don't need to be benefits with all your friends. Just depends on what kind of friends you have, I suppose. Rachel says, are you planning on grinding for other companions? I'll keep that classified for now. I'll let you imagine. Actually, please, no, don't imagine. No imagination necessary. Just we'll pretend that question wasn't asked. Matthew Ryan says, my advice to all, with a donation of stars on Facebook, if you see it coming, run, but keep Oxhorn playing. Yes, I mean, if you see an apparition coming, you should definitely run or talk to your therapist about it. Mark from Sales says, grinding for friends might be easier when that Oxhorn body pillow finally drops. Why is my chat so horny? You guys are just every week, just always with the body pillows. Jocelyn Ryan says, Ox, perhaps you need a pony visible on camera for the hubby to not see phantom babies anymore. I mean, I'm just glad he's not seeing phantom ponies. I mean, I'll take the baby. He wants to see phantom baby ghosts. Fine, that's fine. He wants to see phantom ponies on my broadcast. I might actually have a problem, and we'll have to talk. But, you know, at least there was a baby here in the past, so it makes sense for that connection to be there. There has never been a pony in this room, aside from my Giddy Up Buttercup. I do have a Giddy Up Buttercup. Wormy says, body pillows with the Oxhorn branded pasties grinding for friends. We can change topics anytime, folks. If there's literally anything else you want to talk about, now's the time. We've got like 12 more minutes left, and then we're going to move on to the game. So get your cues in now so I can get you some A's. MG says, oh my gosh, everyone in chat, take a cold shower. Yes, cold showers for all, while I drink more liquor. Rachel says, lol, Ox, I meant grinding gold bullion for actual camp companions in 76. But, you know, live your life. Oh, that's on me. Wow. I guess it was my filthy mind who misinterpreted that. You literally meant grinding for gold bullion in 76, not grinding for companions. You see this is what you guys do to me. Oh, no, I would love to, but I hate grinding. I'm not, I can't say it now. I can't say it. I hate grinding. I mean, not that I have experience grinding. I don't. When it comes to grinding, I am a noob. But within the context of Fallout 76, I hate grinding. I have ground in the past. I'm not ashamed to admit that I have ground in the past. At the time I was grinding for a suit of power armor, because in Fallout 76, to get the best power armor, the game requires that you grind, and I have ground, but I am no longer grinding. My grinding days in Fallout 76 are done. I'm retired from grinding. Right? General March says, thanks for the answer. I won't stay for the game because nightmares. I believe it, General March. Everyone has their limits when it comes to scary stuff. I like it. Like, I enjoy the spook factor, which is why I play these games. I mean, I don't normally play them during the day because, you know, people are watching who have to go to work or whatever. It's not necessarily the best time for a scary game. But at night, I like to play the scary games. Mark from Sales says, if you could have any memorabilia made, what would you add to the collection that's not available already? I mean, the chat brought up some great points. Having a Gek, having a water chip. I would have said the snow globes, but gaming heads are starting to make them. I guess Vim bottles. I want a collection of good Vim bottles that look like the real ones in game. You can find a bunch of regular beer bottles that have a Vim label on them on Etsy, but they don't get the bottle right. The Vim bottle in Far Harbor is a unique model that's really hard to find. Jocelyn Ryan says, you could always twerk on camera again, Ox. Get that body pillow isn't sounding so bad now. Or bet that body pillow isn't sounding so bad now. Did I twerk on camera? Did I ever do that? I don't think I ever did. Oh, was I making fun of those Twitch hot tub streamers or something? I think it's starting to come back to me. I did, didn't I? Oh, God, that's on me, too. Well, maybe it's my fault you guys are so horny. I'm sorry. Spencer Slavin, a Gold Oxen, a member for 19 months, says, I'm grinding right now. Bullion, that is. Yeah, well, we've all been there, grinding that bullion. Matthew Bryan on Facebook with a donation of stars says, I talked to my therapist. They don't think I'm crazy, but they gave me that lovely warm white jacket that let me hug myself to make things better for me. He even offered to make me an ox body pillow wearing pasties, kilt, and ox thongs. At least you'll be restrained. Do what you want with all that. You'll be in a jacket. You'll be restrained. Nick Barnhouse says, Ox, you ground for the T-65 armor? I did, and then I ended up spending my bullion on Doc Solomon Hardy because of the lore. I could have gone for the T-65, but I went for the lore, so I could do a lore video. Canuck says, thoughts on upcoming game Choo Choo Charles. Navigate an island in an old train, upgrade it, and use it to fight an evil spider train named Charles. I actually am familiar with that one. I saw some videos about it, and it looks creepy and fascinating. I'd love to play it on the program when it's ready. MG says, my top 3 Fallout games are Fallout 3, Fallout 4, and Fallout 76. What's yours? I don't rank them simply because they're all great in different ways. And I've gone over all of the ways that they're great in different ways on the program in the past. But yeah, they're all great. Ghost Boner says, grinding pepper with your imaginary friends for the pepper snuff you use when the two of you go picking fights with criminals. Yes, I'm sure John and Sherry had done their own bit of grinding pepper snuff in the Sherlock games. Pyro, with a really interesting question, says, ever thought about making a tier list video, rating the games you streamed in the last years? I have thought of that. And I'd love to, but it's an enormous amount of work, and I should probably do it. It's just that I'm streaming games so much that I kind of lose time. But it's something I should probably do. No Name says, what if, and stay with me, dolphins in dolphin power armor fighting for communist power armor? That's a sentence filled with things I hate. Thanks for that. Lawrence Corner on YouTube says, instead of a body pillow, can we get a My Little Pony version of you called My Little Oxy? What sort of hell do you want me to live in? No, just why would this come into your brain and then you would choose to share it with the world? No, Lauren. No. Oh, Scotch. There we go. All right, 15 minutes until the game. I mean, it's not called Scotch and smoke rings for nothing. I deliver. Julian Z says, Ox, would you feel like you're grinding if every time you logged into Fallout 76 for a lore video footage, you looked for one event in progress, joined it for a few minutes just for the treasury notes, and then went about your day? Yeah, because it diverts me from my task at hand. And that, ultimately, is my problem with the grinding in Fallout 76, or any game for that matter. When I sit down, if I'm taking the time out of my day to sit down in front of my computer or my console to play a game, I want to relax by doing the thing I am choosing to do, by working towards the goal that I want, whether it's uncovering some of the story or exploring some of the world. And I understand that for many players, the goal is to collect the gold bullion, or to collect the in-game currency, or to collect the achievements. And for them, that's fun. And, more power to them. That's great. It's not fun for me. I don't like being sidetracked by endless Radiant quests that just give me imaginary currency that I can then use for the things I really want. If I have to earn something in the game, like a new skin or a new piece of armor or whatever, I want the journey to get there to be just as entertaining as the ultimate destination. 50 Radiant quests is not entertaining. I'm cool with going on this really long, intricate, hard series of quests or exploring these new locations to get the thing. I don't mind working for it. I just want to work for it and enjoy the world at the same time. Every time I have to repeat a quest over and over again, I am knocked out of my immersion. And the entire point of playing a Fallout game is to be thrust into the immersion of the world, is to be fully immersed in the world. That's the entire point. But when you're getting constant notifications that so-and-so has created a new party and so-and-so is creating a new party, and then there's a nuke being dropped, you better go hide, and then this new event is happening, and you're getting all of these sound effects, and then 50 NPCs are speaking over each other in the background when you're really trying to talk to this one guy, and then you really want to go explore this cool thing or unlock that thing, but in order to do so, you got to go talk to Ward, and Ward has lost more technology again that he really used to help with Foundation, so you got to go track down these raiders and then go through a lengthy decision about, do I kill this raider because he stole stuff, or do I rebuke him loudly, and then, oh, I'm locked out of that quest for a day, so I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow to do the exact same quest over again to get more gold bullion so I can go buy the thing that I really want to play the game. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, so I don't do it. I just don't do it. If I'm going to play the game, I'm going to do what I want to do in the game, not what the game is telling me I have to do in order to get the thing that I want. Is that so weird? I don't think that's too weird. Whoever can make a multiplayer online, perpetually online game that removes the grinding out of it is just going to make the next best-selling game, because I think there are many players like me who want constant creativity, who want to be, who don't want to feel like they're in an endless, repetitious loop every time they play the game. And that's how I feel playing online games sometimes. No Name says, well, that's great and all, but another settlement needs our help. All right, thank you for that one, No Name. Another settlement. They can go fend for themselves. Mega Glow Z says, my job got bought out. Due to their incompetence, I can catch you live. Add my vote for Choo Choo Charles. Supposed to have good looting system. Ooh. Sounds interesting. Thank you for that one, Mega Glow. Yeah, it's high up on my list. When it comes out, I'm interested in trying it for the program. Ranker 1138 says, I found Jet inside a locked suit of communist dolphin power armor that was also wearing an ox lung and holding an ox body pillow. Of course you did. Thank you, Ranker. But wait a minute. The dolphins are communists now? The world is officially ending. It's just over. Dolphin communists that are also bronies? That would just be the worst thing possible. Adam M says, and every NPC starts their dialogue at the exact same intervals. They do. It's like on a system timer or something. You go to talk to Scribe Valdez, you get 5 seconds into her dialogue, and then every NPC in Fort Atlas starts their own conversation with the air around you. And they're so loud that you can't hear Scribe Valdez, and so you're like, all right, well, I'll just back out of this conversation to talk with her again. You'd back out to talk to her, and then everyone in the entire fort starts talking at the exact same time again. Night Shin in the background going, I wonder what the elders would do in this situation. You've got Paladin Romani in the upstairs going, we're here to fight for Appalachia. We need to help the people of Appalachia. And you're just, I want to talk with Scribe Valdez, not the rest of you. Can you keep your private musings in your thick skulls instead of voicing them all the time? P-Town on YouTube says, hey, Oxhorn, you going to do any more Fallout 4 unmarked locations videos? It's a couple places I know you didn't get to yet. Actually, that's a great point. There are a number of unmarked locations in Fallout 4 that I have yet to do videos on. It's something I have been intending to do. I just haven't had the time. But someday. Julian Z says, okay, Ox, but I have to ask, do you plan to do lore videos on all the events in-game? Each one does have a bit of lore relating to the world. What about that? I mean, when it comes to Fallout 76, there is a lot of lore that I haven't covered yet. And I want to, but I don't know if I will. Because to be perfectly honest, my Fallout 76 lore videos don't get near the amount of attention as my Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout 4 lore videos go. And I'm not speaking about the quality of the lore. In my opinion, I think a lot of the storytelling in Fallout 76 is top-notch, even the pre-Wastelander stuff. And I said that when the game came out, and I still hold that to be true today. A lot of the side stories are heartbreaking and compelling, and I would love to have the time to just sit down and make a lore video on each of these locations and learn how this character died and that character died, because ultimately that is the story of Fallout 76, how everyone in the world died before Wastelanders came out, because everyone is dead. And I find those stories to be compelling and well-written and interesting. But my Fallout 76 lore videos don't do as well as my other Fallout lore videos. So will I take the time to make those? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I want to. I even have the footage captured for most of them. I just don't know if I really want to put the time in, you know? Matthew Ryan with a wait a minute here. Oh yeah, he says Matthew Ryan with a donation of stars on Facebook says, I will pay triple your price for the My Little Oxy. I now raise the price to quadruple. You can throw $1 million at me. We're not getting a My Little Oxy. It's not happening. Elron Dorio says, I couldn't find a video that Ox might have made of Kendall Hospital on Fallout 4 either. So I did do a video on Kendall Hospital, but it's wrapped into my story of the railroad shoot. Yeah, I haven't done that yet. Okay, so this is reminding me of something that I kind of put in the back of my head and slid aside. So there are all of these locations in Fallout 4 that only exist to further the primary plot of the game. And I have not done lore videos for all of those. And the reason, I think, is obvious, because there's very little actual lore to be found in those locations. They simply exist to further the plot of the game. There are a few exceptions, like Mass Effect, not Mass Effect, the Mass Fusion. I did a video on Mass Fusion, despite its really important plot point. Every faction goes to Mass Fusion. But I did a video on Mass Fusion because I wanted to cover the freefall legs, right? And because it was a gunner hotspot. But there are a lot of other places, like Kendall Hospital, where there's no lore. There's literally no lore in Kendall Hospital at all. But it's an important location for the railroad story. So I saved that location for when I go and do the railroad story, which I do intend to do at some point. So aside from little locations like that, I've done almost every lore-rich location in Fallout 4. Lawrence Corner became a bronze Ox. Thank you, Lawrence Corner. Julian Z says, Ox, by the way, we love the Ox rant on NPCs, lol. I'm glad I'm not the only one who feels that way about the overlapping talking NPCs in Fallout 76. Scorpion Taz says, hey, Ox, I sometimes wonder if you basically will read anything we type in these super chats just because we pay for them. There's only one way to find out. think of the most ridiculous thing you possibly can think of, then put it in a super chat. See if I'll read it. Game on, everybody. See if I read it. I'm not promising to, by the way, but I might. Who knows? Jocelyn Ryan says, with a super chat on YouTube, the hubby is going to give Oxhorn PTSD. I might feel bad if his daughter asks him for a pony and he goes into an ox rant. Now, when it comes to my daughter, she can have all the ponies she wants. I'm just not making any ox ponies. It's not happening. Pleased to meet you says, just got a huge promotion at work today. I'm now over 5 cities with my local ISP. So much work to do, but the pay is good. So mixed bag, to be honest. Well, congratulations. Pleased to meet you on the huge promotion. I hope it works well for you. I know it comes with additional responsibility, but sometimes that makes the job more fulfilling. Good on you, my friend. Matthew Ryan on Facebook with a donation of stars, $1 billion for a My Little Oxy. Again and again, not happening. Sean Burke says, Ox, you've got me good and worked up now. Me too. You've got me all good and worked up. The chat sure has. Thomas McCormick says, Fallout 76 is Bethesda's best narrative, just also presented in the worst way. That's a tall order. I like the narrative of Fallout 76. I think it's a worthwhile story. It's compelling. And, you know, one thing that really hit me about criticism towards Bethesda games before Fallout 76 is many people who played the earlier Fallout games by Interplay and then Fallout New Vegas by Obsidian would criticize Bethesda Fallouts by saying that they're not dark enough, right? There's not enough depressing stories. Like, you go and you see the story of the survivalist in Fallout New Vegas, and there's really nothing that comes close to matching that in Fallout 4. Anything that's too tragic gets turned into comedy. Like the child who was literally put in a refrigerator for 200 years. That's a tragic story. He turns into a ghoul. He's sitting in a fridge for 200 years. He can sustain himself with drops of water that come through the cracks. That's an awful story, but they turn it into a comedy. And yeah, it's funny. But you know, they said that a lot of the criticism against the Bethesda Fallouts were that they weren't sad enough and they weren't realistic enough. Then Fallout 76 comes out, and oh my God, go to Flatwoods. Explore the story of Flatwoods. I could do a 2-hour story about all of the little side plots in Flatwoods that's only told in holotapes and little notes, and we would walk away so depressed because it's a dark, dark place. All of these awful stories, but they're well thought through and they're well told, and it's compelling. So with Fallout 76, they did that. They kind of made everyone dead. All of the stories are dark and sad, and, you know, many of them are meaningful and compelling, but they get glossed over because they're not part of the primary plot, or due to the way that the game is constructed, it's so much easier to skip through them, or you just don't care, which I thought was a bit of a shame, which is one of the reasons why I tried to defend the story of Fallout 76 at the very beginning when the game came out, because I thought that there was something worthwhile there for people to enjoy. And I'm glad that many of you actually do enjoy a lot of the story in Fallout 76, which, you know, is well done. I think some of the story that comes out in Wastelanders and in Steel Rain and Steel Dawn is not Bethesda at their best, if I'm perfectly honest. And I'll probably talk a little bit more about that after we complete our series on Steel Rain. I'm getting ready to do the episode on the family. You know how, what's her name? Marcia goes off to the Raiders because she wants family. And it's pissing me off. And I'm going to talk about it in my lore video a little bit. but maybe I'll do a follow-up video because that was not well written. It wasn't. And the Treetop Village, the characters there, the dialogue was not well written, and many of the characters there were not well written. But there are other stuff that's much more redeemable. Michael Yang says, if Bethesda came out and said that the Atomic Shop items are all canonical, what would your reaction be? I would be dejected and sad, and I'd probably make a video explaining why they should not be canonical. But actually, Bethesda devs have already come out and said that Atomic Shop stuff is not canonical. I forget where the podcast was where I heard it, but I watched a podcast or an interview with some of the writers for Fallout 76, and they were asked that exact question, and they said, no, Atomic Shop stuff is not canonical. And I was so glad they said that, because Liberty Prime power armor, really? Really, power armor based on Liberty Prime, which was supposed to be a secret weapon before the war. But hey, let's go turn it into power armor to broadcast to the entire world that we're working on Liberty Prime, which is supposed to be a secret weapon. Sure, that makes sense. So no, it's not canonical. No Name says $2 billion in a 23-year-old Glenfiddich Grand Cru to get the My Little Pony or the My Little Oxy. Tempted. You can keep the money, but the 23-year-old Glenfiddich? Ooh. But no, it's not happening. Not happening. MG says, dude, the Fallout 4 ending is depressing. The sole survivor watched, and I'm not going to do spoilers, but yeah, you're right. There's no comedy in that, man. Yeah, you're right. There are moments. Like, I don't agree with the criticism that was levied against Bethesda for not having moments of tragedy and compelling storytelling. Like, oftentimes I'll hear criticism towards the Bethesda Fallout saying, oh, the plot is just to go find my son. Well, now the plot is just to go find my dad. Well, what's the next plot? Gonna go find my stepmom? Right? We're like, they're making fun of rehashing those storylines. But it's so sad in Fallout 3 when we finally get to Project Purity and the sacrifice happens. It's so sad when we finally get to the Institute, we realize what happened to our child. None of those are happy things, and they're really well done, and they help give a sole survivor motive to become the person he or she becomes. And I think that those are they're legitimate stories, and they're well told. Which is why I made my channel. I liked them. Adam M says, I got Assassin's Creed Valhalla on sale, but it doesn't seem very good so far. Have you enjoyed Assassin's Creed Odyssey? I skipped that one, but I love Assassin's Creed Origins. Well, I never played Origins, so I can't compare Odyssey to Origins, but I loved Odyssey when I started. I enjoyed the plot. I think Cassandra's a really cool character. The ending to the story was a little lackluster for me. When we find out who the cult leader is, I was like, what? How does this make sense? Okay. The Atlantis DLC is a bit long-winded, and they're really stretching it out, is what they're doing. But in terms of gameplay and the overarching story, and the set design is phenomenal, and the music is just astounding. There's so much good about Assassin's Creed Odyssey that I'm really glad I played it, and I'm glad to continue to be playing it until I finish the Atlantis DLC at least. Jenna Jones says, as your amazing voice lulls me to sleep once again, sending love your way, and you look amazing. Keep up the great work. Good night. Thank you, Jenna Jones. My voice will be here for as long as it possibly can. I have no plans to go anywhere. Julian Z says, ooh, Ox, yes, I can't wait till the Steel Rain lore series is done. Then the next Scotch and Smoke Rings first hour will be dedicated to an Ox rant about everything wrong with Steel Rain and Dawn. Can't wait. I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes about everything wrong. And it's going to hinge around the word family. Matthew Bryan with a donation of stars says, time, Ox? Is it time? Oh, it is over time. I got on a rant and then I lost track of time. Matthew Bryan says, test to see if you will read it. Okay, he said something very silly and gave me stars as payment to read it. Are you ready? Let's read what he did. Hippopotamonstrosiquiptalophobia. Did I get that right? Hippopotamonstrosiquiptalophobia. That's a very silly thing to write, and I read it because you paid me. Thank you, Matthew Allen Ryan. Robin on Facebook says, Gary, where are the Gary clones? I hope they show up in future Fallout games. All right, folks, it's time for the game. Let's get it going. Oh, don't freak out on me. Hold on. Hold on. It's freaking out on me. Yep. The game has crashed. Okay. Why did the game crash? I played it last week. Why would it crash? All right, give me a second to figure this out. Why would it do that? Identify, detect. Detect and identify. There it is. Okay. Let's move the chats on over there. Matthew Ryan says, the word I put is actually what the fear of long words is called. It's a legitimate word, lol. Is it really? I like it. Did I get it right? Okay, my chats are back. Let me try playing the game again. Come on. Why would you do this to me? Oh, we got it. Come on, do we got it? Don't crash. Matthew Ryan says the word, or no, I'm sorry. Matthew Ryan says, bow down to the power of Gary. Gary. All right, here we go. Continue. All right, please don't crash on me, game. Load. Yes. Now, where was I? Trying to remember. Okay, so we had just saved there. I think we had just gotten back to Midgard. What? Another hand? Key signature already scanned. Oh, okay. And that should open it up. Shoot. Oh, that freaking dog, man. Oh, no. Oh, I don't think I want to go that way. What's over here? Can't go there. Can I even go this way? I can, but I don't want to. The dog was there. Jeez. Okay, no way to hack this door. Matthew Bryan with a donation of stars on Facebook says, Night Ox and I'll have fun, and 5 zillion for the My Little Oxy. Never happening. Have fun, Matthew Bryan. Thanks for coming by. Adam M says, I missed last week. What did I miss? Well, you missed the beginning of this game, Apsulov, the End of Gods. It's a mishmash sci-fi Norse mythology game, and it's been a lot of fun so far. I can't go over the plot. Just go back and rewatch that episode. It's a couple hours long to catch up with where we're at now, and then join us here. Jeremy Russell says, Ox, if you could change one thing about the Fallout universe, what would it be? I guess I'd like a more realistic depiction of radiation, or at least a more consistent depiction of radiation. It seems like anything and everything can happen because of radiation, to the point where radiation almost essentially becomes magic. And I've never liked magic in realistic post-apocalyptic games. But it's a minor criticism. Hello. Can't interact with those. Ooh. There's like an arena over there. Can interact with these.
Mythology research, note 4, with Dr. Henrik Anderson and my lovely wife.
Dr. Sarah Anderson.
The power of the hammer of the god is on a whole other level than anything discovered before. The hammer is powering the entire facility and is more stable than anything else of this strength. Even the power cells charged with it has a huge amount of power.
We've decided to call the power Atrium, after the creator of the hammer. And not only does Atrium have the attributes described by Henrik, it also has a lot of magical potential. I don't know how to describe the phenomena scientifically, but Atrium has a terrifying effect on certain creatures from the myth that are affiliated with darkness. When it was wielded by Thor, it must have had an enormous destructive capacity. No wonder the gods are described as feared by everyone in the 9 realms.
Alright, so we're about to find Mjolnir? The hammer? Open security door. Oh. I saw a flashing red light down there. What's that sound? Okay, well, I guess I gotta go back this way. We'll go back through the door that the Hound went through, I suppose. Josh Carey on YouTube says, would you consider going back for a Fallout 4 playthrough on survival? Maybe. I actually tried playing on survival and I didn't get very far. I got to Diamond City and I gave up. It was just too hard. But maybe someday. Alright, so this is where the dog went. Is that a puddle of blood? Apsulov research. Oh. Okay. Okay, we got something to interact with over there. The middle of the room.
Mythology research, note 5. There are many gods from the myths, which seem to have ties to the things we are retrieving from the other worlds. We have items from Odin, the Allfather, and his son Thor, the god of lightning. We have also found proof of the existence of the immortal Baldur and Freya, the goddess of fertility. And we have some leads on Hel, the goddess of death. Mimir, the keeper of the Well of Wisdom, and Loki, the god of mischief. But that one worries me a bit.
Vicky says, I'm pretty freaked out about the thought of that gigantic dog beast finding you. Yeah, me too. I'm not looking forward to that. Looks like this is... Well, what, did the dog take an elevator? Oh, he must have jumped down there. Of course it's slow. Of course it's a slow elevator door. Oh, here we go. Oh, where are we going? It's not an elevator, it's a tram. He's going to be right on the other side of this door, isn't he? Tim Judge says, and Nochi, the god of dumplings. I'll take a god of dumplings. Important sounding music. What?
Mythology research, note 3. The information me and Henrik has unearthed is just as astounding as mentioned in the previous notes.
Henrik and I.
One thing I just had to note was a story depicting an enormous wall built to protect Asgard from the outside world. The story talks of the gods making a wager with a giant. The wager was that if the giant could finish the wall within a set amount of time, he could marry the goddess Freya. However, when the giant was almost finished, the gods cheated. And to add insult to injury, Thor crushed the giant's head with his hammer.
Ooh.
This wall that is described in the Younger Edda doesn't seem to be a wall at all. It's a statue capable of shutting out the roots of Yggdrasil and opening them to the one in control of it. I fear that this statue is exactly what we have here in the facility.
Oh.
The Apsulov.
That's the Apsulov? Okay, North Wing. East Wing. Oh, we got a lot of exploring to do. Let's see what's over here. Another elevator. Call elevator. That's going to take me down. I can't get in there. It's locked. Oh, is that a person? That is a person. Got it. Okay, a place to hide if we ever need one. Ooh, and a hatch. Okay, let's finish exploring this room first. What is this? Is that Freya? So the hatch is how I get around these guys. Oh! What was that? Collectible found. Oh, just leads me out that door. Okay, so I found a collectible, but what was that creature? Alright, this is the way I'm supposed to go. Or this way. Well, which way? Giving me too many options here. What happens if I go under here? South Wing, that's where I came from. That's a 5. I could try to hack it. That's a 5. Oh, and on first try. Look at that. I'm learning. Ew. Slime? Is that what these people are eating? Slime? Or cookies? Or salmon or something? Hey. Another collectible found. Where's that music coming from? Come on, they're not giving me any refills for my little zapping arm thing. Okay, well, I don't need to waste on that. I already hacked this one. Okay, so we found 2 collectibles. We haven't gone down to the ground floor yet. And there's someone walking around over there, and he's coming this way. A music box? It only plays when I activate my power.
Team leader researcher Yang, Note 12. I had heard much about Borg Corp before attending the first interviews. Most of it mixed, as is usually the case of enterprises built around the ideas of single, eccentric individuals. But the way people spoke about it, it sounded more like some idealistic crusade rather than a scientific excursion. Perhaps that's why I took the job, to begin with. To disprove the pseudoscience proposed by others working on the logical puzzle that is the Apsulov. From the beginning, I have treated this as a natural phenomena, and I will not simply believe. In time, we'll find an explanation for the Apsulov's existence. By then, I hope the fool spouting paganistic nonsense will be a long way from here.
Well, I'm glad he was on the team at least. Tim Judge says, have you gotten Forspoken recommended yet? I haven't, interestingly enough. I'll have to check it out after the broadcast. Kyle Warfield on Facebook with a donation of stars says, in the case of Oswald, the radiation is literally used like magic. It is. Oswald the Outrageous. Come on, they're not giving me any refills. I'm using all of this green power, and they're not giving me any refills. Okay. Well, we know that there is a guy who wanders over here, so we have to be careful. 7. Oh, God. That one's just too high to hack. There's the guy. Let's wait for him to cross. He's so slow. Let me guess, 7? It's a code. I don't have the code. Okay, I need to find the code. 2.
We've had lots of difficulties maneuvering the other 8 worlds of Yggdrasil to find the artifacts that we need. That is, until now. Henrik found out that magical beings can see on a spectrum that is invisible to mere mortals. And with artifacts and knowledge brought home from Valheim, Henrik has managed to infuse this magic into an augmented reality implant, making the spectrum visible to the user. And this is an amazing leap forward to unlock the secrets that these worlds are holding from us.
Ooh, creepy. That's like one of the babies that skittered in front of us earlier. Are they going to be hunting us later? Oh, we've wasted all that green energy and we haven't found any replacements yet. And I think this does it for the top level. It does. Right, so let's go find that tunnel, see where the tunnel leads. That'll do it for the top level, and then we can go downstairs. Blood here. Why blood there? There's a tube, some sort of tube going up. Actually, that won't do it for the top level. There's that. Wait, didn't we come out here? We did. Well, then what was it that I unlocked? There was something else I unlocked, wasn't there? I guess not. Okay, let's take the elevator down.
research.
Oh. Ooh. B1. I'm on 2F. I want to go to B1. Oh no. Oh! Waste disposal. Okay.
Basement 1, waste disposal.
I guess I should have explored the ground floor first, but I'm sure we'll have an opportunity to go back. Seemed like a pretty big place. Save point. Yep, that's where we're supposed to go. That's not. Save. Enter code. Oh yes, finally. Okay. Let's see what's over here first. Ah!
Oh yeah, Lawrence. Do you have it? Oh, magnificent! Praised be Odin and all of his sons. Oh, you've done well.
I almost died, and
But you didn't. And now you've taken the first step in my plan to save this world of ours. Oh, jag har fortfarande en chans.
Yes, but...
Now, there's much I have to show you. And time is of the essence. At the end of the hallway is a room. The key code is 3425. I'll direct you once you've entered the room. Please, leave questions for afterwards. Now go.
Questions? Where do I even begin?
3425. Right, but let's see what's over here. Hello.
Dr. Lisa Svensson, supervisor, day 12 of tablet analysis. Dr. Anderson brought an artifact holding an engraved sphere and some form of magnetic energy field. The text delivered with the sphere suggests that it's a soul stone, something meant to replicate and store the soul of any higher being. There are accounts of time anomalies and split realities, but they are impossible to read at the time.
All right, trying to explain how that works. Extras. Paper. It's just paper. Collectible. Ooh. What? Oh, is this the room where I woke up? This is the room where I woke up, isn't it? Yeah, this is the room where I was experimented on. Okay. Well, that's it for this.
This clears a lot of things up for us. Thank you for bringing the key back.
You're welcome. And thank you for fixing my arm.
Yeah. I assume you have no memories of your past, and I bet you're wondering who you are. Well, so am I. But I'm locked out of the facility's main database at the moment, so if we make a quick detour, then...
Henrik! Thousands are dying every minute, and you're talking about detours?
We need to know, Sarah. I need to know what happened to her.
Don't put the girl through any more than she has to, Henrik. Don't make her do this.
We have to figure this out. The emergency system severed the connection between most of the systems and the base. You need to go to the medical research facility and approve a remote link to grant me access to the information we need. I would do it myself, but I'm not strong enough. I'll show you everything you need to know on the way.
And that one's locked. All right. Follow, player. Explore every corner. Ryder Wheeler says, the one night I work is the night I could be sitting at home sipping on a screwdriver or a whiskey and Coke. Hope all is well with everyone. Sorry you're working, Ryder Wheeler. I'm glad you made it by to say hi. I hope you get to that screwdriver and whiskey and Coke in due time. Oh, what was that? I didn't like that. What is that? Is something Lovecraftian gonna come out of there? Oh. What is that? Let's go. Collectible. Ah.
Most things in the facility are always handled with extreme caution, while some just aren't. We're hundreds of meters below the surface in northern Sweden. If something happens, it could be hours before help arrives. Above that, some of the artifacts clearly emits energy fields that could be a potential long-term health risk. The statue in the center of the facility has hundreds of people walking by it all day. Not to mention the gigantic hammer that was carelessly placed in a room where serious scientists, including myself, are working unprotected right next to it.
Whoa.
My PDA tablet was low on battery this morning, but when I got back to my quarters, the battery was almost full.
Ooh.
This just can't be right.
Not at all. All right, folks. Quick bio break. I'll be right back. Hang tight. The chair will keep you company. Okay. Thank you so much for your patience. Sorry about that. Oh. Hold on a minute. King Me says, Ox, loving the horror streams. Nothing better than seeing you freak out. Well, I hope I don't disappoint. Let me get another cigar. This one is out of itself. Oh, shoot. My game just crashed. Yep, game just crashed. Give me a second to figure this out. Sorry about that. There we go. It's my second monitor just keeps disconnecting. And that somehow crashes the game. So sorry about this. Let me get it going again. Hopefully I didn't lose much progress. We had just recently saved, right? Did it again. Okay. I think I know what to do. Not sure why this is the solution, but it might actually be. And there it is. Let's move that on over to the other screen. Looks like my computer is haunted or something. I've never seen it act like this before. Sorry. That's really weird. Okay. King Me became a bronze ox. Thank you so much, King Me. I did it again. I managed to get it working just a second ago. So what's happening is every time I launch the game, one of my monitors disconnects, the monitor that has my chat, and somehow that causes the game to crash, or simultaneously the game crashes. And I'm not sure what the solution is going to be. I'm going to try something else here. See if that does it. Nope. Fatal error. Why is this the only game that's causing this problem? I didn't have this with any other game. All right, if this doesn't work, I'm going to have to restart the computer. (1920 1080) 1920 1080. There's both chats. AK-47 YOLO Yeet says, "Hey Ox, it's me again. I'm happy to be tuning in. More Fallout content coming soon, I hope." Thank you very much. Much more to come. Good to see you on the program today. Why did it work a moment ago and it stopped working now? What changed? All right, I'm going to do a reset here. I'm streaming from the other computer, so I'm still able to maintain a connection, but I'm restarting my streaming computer, hoping that that's the issue. Oh, and there's a Windows update. Of course, there's a Windows update. Should just zip on through. I mean, I didn't have any of these problems last week. What's different about today? Ugh. Okay, it finished the update. It's now restarting. For the moment, I'm blind. I can't see your chat at all. But I know you're there. I can feel your presence. This is as good of any time to light up a new cigar. All right, it's back on, and it's working on the updates. 92% complete already. Should just be a matter of time, and there we go. Okay. Start with the various chats. Ooh, and I had a lot of tabs open. Let's see if I can find the right ones. 81 tabs in that particular one? How is that even possible? Let's restore the window. There we go. That brings me back to Facebook. I can see Facebook chat. Now let's restore that window. Nope. There we go. There. Okay. I see the YouTube chat. There we go. Okay, I see everybody. Thank you for your patience. Sarah says, pretending you're my bartender. Smile. Cheers. Thank you, Sarah. And thanks, everybody, for your patience while I suffer through this. Let me get into Steam and get this going. Okay. Steam is up. Now to try the game. Please, 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 please work. Please don't crash on me. Yes, it might have worked. Might have worked. Okay. Well, we got through it in the end. I appreciate your patience. Now to just load my save, and hopefully I don't have to do a lot of retracing my steps. Cross your fingers. Loading. And loading. And anytime now, game. Whew, okay. Oh, man. What was it? Three, 4, 2, 5. All right.
This clears a lot of things up for us. Thank you for bringing the key back.
You're welcome. And thank you for fixing my arm.
Yeah. I assume you have no memories of your past, and I bet you're wondering who you are. Well, so am I. But I'm locked out of the facility's main database at the moment, so if we make a quick detour, then...
Henrik, thousands are dying every minute, and you're talking about detours?
We need to know, Sarah. I need to know what happened to her.
Don't put the girl through any more than she has to, Henrik. Don't make her do this.
We have to figure this out. The emergency system severed the connection between most of the systems and the base. You need to go to the medical research facility and approve a remote link to grant me access to the information we need. I would do it myself, but I'm not strong enough. I'll show you everything you need to know on the way.
All right, we heard a splashy, but we didn't see anything. Danger Jim says, hey, Ox, my pet theory is that Steam Update and Windows Update have an ongoing competition for crashing streamers. Hang in there. Thanks, man. I'm hanging in there.
Most things in the facility are always handled with extreme caution, while some just aren't. We're hundreds of meters below the surface in northern Sweden. If something happens, it could be hours before help arrives. Above that, some of the artifacts clearly emits energy fields that could be a potential long-term health risk. The statue in the center of the facility has hundreds of people walking by it all day. Not to mention the gigantic hammer that was carelessly placed in a room where serious scientists, including myself, are working unprotected right next to it. My PDA tablet was low on battery this morning, but when I got back to my quarters, the battery was almost full. This just can't be right.
All right, they're giving us a lot of green power cells, so it looks like we've got some doors to hack in the nearby future. What spooky thing will they put in the tunnel for us to find? No. Warning, high voltage. And I'm already full up. See what's down here. Nothing. See what's down here. Nothing. 8. Can I do it in one go? Oh yeah, look at that. Ooh, what is this? All right. Boom. All right, one door down. Two doors down. 3 doors down, the name of a band. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Staircase up.
In the floor ahead of you, there's a battery. In case of a facility-wide power failure, they can be charged to power equipment in smaller areas. Jangreper has the ability to remotely charge these batteries with large and small bursts. When you're done with it, you can just take the energy right back, like any power station. This will make the area go dark again.
Huh. Okay, let's see what was over here first. More power cells. All right, so let's go charge that battery. Sarah says, only joking, I want to punch people who tell me to smile. I know, I know. And then Sharami Russell says, have a good night, Oxen chat. Heading home for the night. We'll watch the replay tomorrow at work. Thank you very much, Sharami. All right, so how does this work? Oh. Well, I'm not going to waste one of my cells. Let's use that sucker. Ah. Well, since this one's overflowing, let's keep that one full.
That thing stopping your path is a wraith, a ghost of a Jotun giant. It's time to show you the weapon in Jangreper. The last level, right before it overloads, is used to destroy evil magic. But be wary, different creatures will react differently to the power, so be careful when using it. Use the large atrium burst to destroy the Jotun wraith that stops your path.
Hold until stage 2, then release. Okay. It worked. Let's go refill. That wasn't so bad.
Don't forget that while you're charging the arm, you can cancel the charge at any time to avoid overloading it.
He said that almost as if he was embarrassed. Alright, well, we gotta keep our ability up so that we're seeing these ghosts that are gonna be in our way. Well, it looks like this is a point of no return. Can't jump back here.
By the gods, I see that ahead of you there's a whole lot of vermin. The myth describes them as trolls. We accidentally brought them back from Midgard on an expedition to retrieve a mythical harp from a magical creature which we destroyed. Back then, they were blind. But when they started spreading here, they evolved. And now, they aren't blind anymore. And they're aggressive and fast. Always be ready with a large pulse of Jangreper.
Great. Trolls. Fun. Back? Oh. Okay. Oh, is that like the baby thing we saw earlier? Oh. Okay. Let's recharge my sight. Oh, the pitter-patter of little feet. I don't like it. I don't like it. Gonna make me go up that tube. Actually. I can climb. So now I wonder what's in the tube. Oh, I wonder what's that way. Dead end. Okay. We can't get in the tube, so we have to climb. Ah. Oh, I heard the little pitter patter. Oh, God. They're gonna sneak up right behind me. I just killed a giant ghost. I should be okay. They didn't tell me I was going to have to engage in actual combat here. Oh, fun. A tube. Not what I like. Okay. Does that mean something big this way comes? Why is the light flickering?
Basement 1, waste disposal.
Oh, that wasn't so bad. I didn't actually encounter any of them. Ah! I mistimed that! Stinking elevator was so long. Tell me they're gonna give me some... Jeez. Freaking heck, man. totally fine. Just a bunch of trolls that like to attack me. Did you hear a pitter-patter? Oh, great. All right, letting it recharge. Dead end. Big spot. Okay. Light to the right. Red to the left. Red over here.
Henrik, what am I looking at?
That is the source of the power you are wielding, and the thing powering the whole facility, Mjolnir, the hammer of the gods. You can charge Jerngripper on the energy outlets on the hammer, and don't forget your portable power cells if you end up without power suddenly. After this, you might lose connection since you're going to the upper level, so good luck.
Good luck, he says. Oh, there's a little troll guy over there. Staircase going down. A bunch of red guy. Save. I need a passcode. Guess I gotta go down to get the passcode. Well, there's Mjolnir, Thor's hammer. Nice and big. Red door. Red door. Red door. Open door. Killed it! Okay, up the stairs. No more trolls? Five. Got it. Tell me I can recharge in this room. Okay. Lift lower level lockdown. Do I want to lift a lockdown? Okay. Great, I gotta go back. Collectible. All right, so that opened all the doors on this lower level. We just came from A2. We had come through A1 originally. Yeah, there was A1 here. All right, so we need to explore B-Wing. Oh, it's a cell. Okay, let's recharge before we go up the ladder. I mean, I can't read any of this. What is this supposed to tell me? F T W P A G or Y R E repent REMPENT. REMPENT. So that would be I to tag repent. Four, 6, 7, 3. And a picture of a demon. Great. 4, 6, 7, 3. Let's remember that, chat. 4, 6, 7, 3. Don't know what it is for yet. We'll likely find out. 4, 6, 7, 3. This is a dead end. Oh, the code for that. 4, 6, 7, 3. Okay. Oh, God. Power low. Refill. Well, the little trolls are not very observant, so I'm not too scared. Elevator. Okay, is that it? We just go to the elevator? It's got to be it. Unless there's something hiding behind the vending machines. They sometimes like to hide. Oh. Something back there.
Floor 1, atrium power.
Okay, medical research. Is something gonna jump out of there like last time? How do I know when I'm getting close? There we go.
Floor 2, medical research.
Henrik, are you there?
Okay, cycle airlock. Greg Williams says, hey Ox, kinda bummed tonight. Lost my debit card between KFC and work. No luck finding it, but still have to support the Ox, man. Greg, thank you so much for your contribution. Sorry you lost your debit card. I hope you can cancel it before anything nasty happens. Good luck on getting a replacement. Okay, I think I'm safe.
Day 30. The subject is growing at an alarming rate and has already doubled in size. It also exhibits minor cognitive abilities, emotions on the level of an older child, and something that seems to be memories. Day 83. The subject is very drawn to the female from the human trials. She is not yet conscious, but the subject is very keen on staying close to her, almost like he's guarding her. Day 95. The creature is growing and is getting harder to contain. The subject went on a rampage when he discovered that the female was moved during the night. After destroying the holding area, he was sedated and moved to a location closer to the female. If growth doesn't cease, termination of the subject might be necessary.
Uh-oh. Don't drink his blood. Don't drink his blood. All right, I'm starting to get it. Save point. Help me? Help me? All right, so I won't drink his blood. I think I can manage. Collectible. Go refuel. Was there a refueling station this way? There wasn't. Crap. Oh! Okay, dead end. Medical equipment. Killed him. Ranker 1138 says, the runes from earlier said F to pay respect. Oh, really? Thought it said repent. God, that was close. What was it that got me? Gotcha, you little bugger. Holy cow, I'm going through these like they're water. Two with one, that's the key. And I'm out. Maybe I'm not supposed to destroy everyone I find. Maybe I'm supposed to avoid as many as possible. Okay, he couldn't follow me through this door. I'm all out of juice. Can I find more in here? Okay, I'm all out of juice. I can't kill any more creatures. There's more down there. Great. Well, now I know. I gotta save as much as I can by not... Ah! Thank God. Right. I'm gonna go kill him. You're dead. Die, troll. I'm not gonna find him in the tubes, am I? Sam Sutton on Facebook says, "Hey Ox, how have you been?" Been good, Sam. Been a long time. Sam's been watching for a long time. Oh, great. A drop down into an unknown room? Sure. Why not? Hello. Key signature already scanned. So these are bodies in here. This must be a crematorium. Key signature already scanned. Alright, staircase leading down. Well, I can't go back to recharge, can I? I dropped through a tube. Oh, no. I think there's only one in there. Is he coming up? Away! Run away! says 3. I should be able to do 3. Right. Tricky. Where am I? What is this? This is my first death. I gotta solve a puzzle? Interesting way to do death. The problem is it puts me right back. Oh no, is this like a permadeath thing? It puts me right back to where I was. Oh no. Oh no. Where's the other orb? Okay, that was a really interesting way to do death. But now I've got like 4 trolls out there. And I've got no recharge left. Don't tell me they can come in here. Did they just open the door? Okay, I'm in the room. What do I do? Get back to Dr. Henrik Anderson and B1? Oh, ball crap. Oh, phew. Okay. Did I say that I wasn't scared of these guys? Earlier, I think I said that they weren't scary, and I think I kind of changed my mind. Yeah, they're scary. I don't like them. But that's a really interesting way to do death. They make me work for it. They don't just respawn me. I gotta solve a puzzle and I gotta avoid a guy. So what happens if that guy finds me? Is it permadeath? This game isn't permadeath, is it? Oh god, and I put it on hard mode.
Yes. I have access to the database. Your creation was a meld of a female subject, Alice,
For
and artifact tissue.
for what purpose?
By the gods. There was another creature before you.
What?
Artifact tissue from the outskirts of Asgard in combination with human tissue to create an enormous beast. A wolf. The file describes the creature as ever-growing, with minor intelligence, and during your creation, you were guarded by the beast, which seems to be emotionally attached to you for some reason.
How could you possibly not know about this going on?
I'm afraid this occurred after the spirit took control. It
What-
must be behind this.
What are you talking about? What is the spirit? And
I
how?
knew this would only raise more questions. I'm sorry you had to risk your safety for this, my dear. Get back to Henrik as soon as possible so we can locate the next key and end this nightmare.
She's right. Head back down here. I'll answer any questions you got.
So what, the dog likes me? The dog doesn't want to kill me? I'm the female that the dog was attached to? That the creature, the person, the child was attached to before it grew too big?
Floor 2, medical research.
So if I can somehow kite them so that they are all grouped together, I can knock them all out in one blast.
Basement 1, waste disposal.
It looks like I gotta go through waste disposal again. Whoa, is this a new section of waste disposal? Ouch. Wait, I've been here. Oh. We just dropped down. Okay. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Wherever. If we all right back up. And this door was locked to me before. Oh, yes. All right, I want answers.
Perfect. You're here. So far, you've met my...
You said you'd answer my questions.
Fine. Ask away.
I don't know where to start. What is this place?
I built this. Spent years of mortal life toiling away at plans, scraping together resources and favors to turn this into reality.
Whoa, look at the monitors
A place
behind him.
to research the things thought to be myth and superstition. A place to research the Apsulov, the last divine artifact left in Midgard. You've already seen it, on your way down.
That statue. Upstairs?
At first, we used ancient knowledge and combined it with Bohr Corp technology to open rifts between worlds. We made enormous progress, discovered new worlds and unimaginable technologies. But some unwanted things came back with us, entering our world, and now everything is just falling apart. I'm trapped down here, and we have lost control of the entire facility. The only way to stop the world from falling into chaos is to collect 9 keys and insert them into the Apsulov. The artifact acts as the gate, and the keys will keep Midgard from being littered with the roots spreading across the surface. And unless we stop it, our existence and that of all living things will become endless torment.
How do you know where the keys are?
Years of research alone and with my associates, scouring through endless texts of the 9 worlds.
Who is Alice?
Enough questions! You have the key! Order must be restored to the realms of Yggdrasil, and the evils from beyond must be locked out. Insert this key into the Apsulov and remember what I've taught you. Do that and you will succeed. Now get out of here, go!
Don't think I like this guy. Insert key into the Apsulov tablet. There he is with his wife. No, that's where I got the code. So I need to go this way.
Basement 1, waste disposal.
Apsulov research.
Floor 2, Apsulov research.
Okay, how do I insert it into the Apsulov tablet? There we go.
You will have to excuse Henrik. Don't abandon us. We have to find all the artifact keys as soon as possible. The next one is in another part of Niflheim. On top of a tower of ice, a beacon of light. From the Apsulov research room, you have to go through the east wing. The code to the gate is 3825. I repeat, 3825. Be careful, my dear.
East Wing, 3825. What's this? Save spot. All right. I think I need to end the broadcast, but let me punch in the code real quick so I don't forget it. I'm going back to that safe spot though. And then we'll explore down here. William Gates says, good evening, Oxhorn. It's been a while, but thank you for the stream because you, like many other creators, are better than television. Seriously. Well, thank you, William Gates. I appreciate the compliment. That's high praise. Well, folks, thank you so much for joining me for today's broadcast of Scotch and Smoke Rings and the latest episode in Apsulov, The End of Gods. I've got a hard stop now, so I'm going to let you all go. We'll pick up right here where we leave off next week. Same Ox time, same Ox channel for more Apsulov, The Old Gods. For tomorrow, we've got God of War at 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. I might go early. I'll let you know if I decide to do that. Then for the weekend, we've got a lore video. Thank you so much for watching my series on Steel Dawn and Steel Rain. The next episode is coming soon, and I hope you'll enjoy it. And that'll do it for the week. Have a wonderful night. Get some sleep, and I'll see you soon with more lore videos and more live streams. Bye-bye now.